So, today we're going to be talking about addition. Now, I know we've talked about how to add 3-digit numbers, how to regroup, we know all that. But today we're going to talk about adding more than 2 numbers together. So, this first problem here, there are 3 numbers, and I need to solve this. I need to know what 25 plus 53 plus 10 equals. So, there are 2 ways I could do this. I could set it up like I've been setting up every other problem I've learned, and I could do it this way. The issue is, that's a lot of numbers to keep track of, and I'm probably going to get confused and read my number wrong when I try and regroup, and it's just going to be really hard and confusing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 numbers here, and I'm going to add them together first. So I'm going to add 25 plus 53. And I'm just going to add like I add all my other numbers. So I'm going to add 5 plus 3, and that gives me 8. And then I'm going to add my 5 plus my 2, which gives me 7. So I have 78. But what about my 10? Well, I know what these 2 together equal. So if I add what these 2 together equals to my 10, I'm going to get my final answer. So I'm going to take my 78 and add my 10. Well, I know how to do that. 0 plus 8 is my 8, and then 7 plus 1 is also 8. So I have 88. So that's my final answer over here. Now, let's check it with my really complicated problem, because I've been doing math for a long time, and I know how to do this without getting confused. So I'm going to add my 5 and my 3, and that gives me 8, and if I add my 0, that doesn't change it, so I have an 8, and then I have a 2 and a 5, which gives me 7, and then 7 plus my 1 is also 8. So my answers here are the same. So to keep myself from getting confused, I add these 2 numbers, and then I take my answer and add my last number. So with this problem, I want you to pause the video and solve it yourself, and then come back and unpause it, and I will solve it, and you can check your answer. So I'm going to do this the way I'm not going to get my numbers confused. And I'm going to add these 2 numbers first. So I'm going to add 22 and 33. So I have a 2 and a 3, and I know that equals 5. So I'm going to write my 5. And then I have another 2 and a 3, so that's also 5. So my final answer for these 2 is 55. Now remember, what I do with this is I bring it over here, and then I add my last number. So I'm going to add my 46 to my 55. So I'm going to add my 5 and my 6. Well, I think that goes over 10, but let me check. If I go from 6, I'm going to add 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have too many for my 1 spot, but I know what to do with that. I bring down my 1, and then I carry my other 1. So now I have 4 plus 5, which is 9, and then 1 more, which is my 10. Well, remember, because we don't have another column to add, we just bring the whole number down. So my final answer for that is 101.